I have been compelled to call for this press briefing concerning the coronavirus pandemic, or the COVID-19, as it is commonly referred to. I have observed with concern that the government approach and preparedness over this COVID-19 leaves much to be desired. First and foremost, we have failed to show seriousness as a country concerning this COVID-19. We have failed to show seriousness over this pandemic, and we are treating it with kid gloves. And that's not the way it should be. Countrymen and women, this coronavirus is a killer. This coronavirus is not something that we should gloss over. And if a country cannot be serious over this issue of the coronavirus, then we are as good as declaring ourselves that we don't have a government. Look, people of Zambia, all the countries in the world, first and foremost, the interministerial committees that have been formed in all the countries in the world are being chaired by respective heads of states, presidents, and prime ministers. Here in Zambia, the interministerial committee on COVID-19 is being chaired by Minister of Health, Chilufya. That shows that we are not serious as a country. If the United States of America can have Donald Trump chairing the interministerial committees of ministers, giving updates to the Americans, if the British Prime Minister can be in the forefront chairing the interministerial committee and giving an update to the country, if our neighbors in Tanzania can have the president chairing the interministerial committee and giving updates to the nation, if South Africa can have the president chairing and giving updates, if Kenya can have the president chairing the interministerial committees and giving updates to the nation, why shouldn't Zambia do the same? It shows how our president takes a laissez-faire attitude towards important national issues. I want to appeal to the president. But President, wherever you are, and for a lack of better term, wherever you are hibernating, wherever you are, come out of that comfort zone and start addressing the people of Zambia over this COVID-19. We are sick and tired of seeing Chilufya and Dora Silia taking a front row in this pandemic. People did not elect Chilufya and Dora to run this country. People of Zambia elected His Excellency President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and we want to hear from the president and nobody else. This disease is a killer. Once somebody goes into pneumonia stage, it will need that person or that individual to go on a ventilator. Now, how many ventilators do we have in this country? UTH, the biggest hospital in this country, has only 12 ventilators against a population of 17 million. Some of the hospitals in the peripherals, including Ron, Mchanga North, and them, may have only 1 or 0 ventilators. And this disease without a ventilator, once you go into pneumonia stage, you are gone. Now we are being told by Chitalu Chilufya, we are ready for this COVID-19. Chitalu Chilufya, Doris Lia, stop misleading the people of Zambia. You are not ready for this disease. If you can have 12 ventilators, China, when they were hit, hardly hit, they went and constructed a new hospital within record time, and all the beds were equipped with ventilators. Now you are telling us you are ready when you have got 12 ventilators at the UTH. Secondly, when one has advanced in this COVID-19, when it goes in the lungs, such a person needs to be in the ICU. How many beds do you have in the ICU at UTH? 6 beds in the ICU against a population of 17 million. Some of the hospitals in Zambia don't even have ICU. Most of the hospitals, not even saying some, because it's an understatement. Most of the hospitals don't even have ICU facilities. Then you are telling us that you are ready for this disease. Can we get to be serious as a country? Can we get to be serious as a country? Because we are playing hide and seek. Paman sansa. That's what we are doing. And we want to create an impression that we are ready. How can you as a country allow a Chinese national who has the COVID-19 to be isolated at their working place in Ngwerere and is being looked after by Zambians who are not medical personnel, who have got families, such that if they contract that disease, they will go and infect their families in the communities. In the communities, their families will infect other people, and other people. And if this disease goes into the communities here in Zambia, we are a poor nation, for heaven's sake. We cannot survive. President Edgar Lungu, listen. For once, listen. If this disease goes in Matero, the entire Matero community will be wiped off. If this disease goes into Ngwerele, the entire Ngwerele will be wiped off, because you will not have an ICU to take to Matero first level clinic. You will not have ventilators to save the lives of those people. You allow these Chinese to come and isolate, quarantine their own, and we don't even know how many Chinese have been quarantined at that workshop in Ngwerere, risking the lives of the people of Zambia. And you say, gross over with this thing and say you are ready to fight this pandemic. If Italy, France, the USA, the British are failing to cope, how about you people who have overborrowed like nobody's business, who don't even have money to pay salaries for council workers, who can't even pay University of Zambia lecturers? You are telling us that you are ready to fight COVID-19 and you are treating it with kid gloves. Let me tell you, Zambia does not belong to you people. And wake up. President Lungu, can you go for a press briefing and tell us exactly what's going on? How many people have been infected so far? How prepared are we? How much do we have to fight COVID? I am reliably informed that there is only 7 million kwacha. And yesterday we were hearing NAPSA donated 1 million and a few companies here and there. You think the French, you think the Italians, who have got so much money, have failed? You are talking about 7 million kwacha at contingent fee, and you think you can fight this pandemic if it goes in the peripherals, in the townships? Let's get to be serious. This is the time to show leadership. If, like my brother Kalaba said, if it was elections, you would have seen the president spend 5 days in Chilubi campaigning. Why should you prioritize elections and leave serious matters like COVID-19? I am scared myself. I'm diabetic. And you know that in diabetes, if you get pneumonia, you are gone. I don't want to lose my life because of your carelessness as government. Why are you allowing planes to come from China to land into Zambia? This time we should have banned all planes from China from coming into Zambia. This time we should have not be allowing people from Italy to come into Zambia. This time we should not be allowing people from France to come into Zambia. Mule angala imwaini. Ichiwe mbachitila ululumbirwa mulanda kukakata. Andifo tuli balanda. Ngata tukakatile pali ichi. We are not going to achieve anything and we are going to lose innocent people. Be serious as government. And this is the time to show leadership. You can't have a president who is hibernating, who is hiding, when we have got a pandemic like this. Please, my brother, President Edgar Lungu, with due respect, show leadership. Show leadership. I've been quiet over this issue because I thought you were going to come out as president. But what have we got? You are telling Chitaluchi Lufia, no, the pandemic. Are we here to listen to public relations officers? Because as far as I'm concerned, Chitaluchi Lufia is not even fit to be Minister of Health. He's a public relations officer. He likes the TV too much. Everything he's doing, even Fulen Sapato, he wants to be on TV. Can you come out of your hibernation, President Edgar Lungu, and address the people of Zambia over these serious issues? One minister was even saying, no, we'll be accused of being racist and demophobic if we stop planes from China landing into Zambia. What kind of nonsense is this? You people in government are not serious. And start getting serious now. All those from high-risk countries, ban them from entering Zambia. Particularly Chinese must first stay away from Zambia. These people are already rich. They've got money. If they can build a hospital in 7 days, can you build a hospital in 7 days? If 54 years of independence, you have only 12 ventilators at UTH, you have only 6 beds in ICU, then you are playing. Stop playing with this serious disease. Stop playing with this serious disease. Don't put the people at risk. We want to show leadership. By now you should have bought ventilators. There should have been a ventilator on each bed in the hospitals. That could have shown that you are serious as a government. The ICU, you could have designated one ward to turn it into ICU with over 40 beds or even 100 beds. Each bed to have ventilators. Each bed, must have the facilities of an ICU. 6 beds in ICU, 12 ventilators, and we are ready. And tell us, what capacity do we have for testing COVID-19? You are saying you have got 3 testers. 3 testers against 17 million people. Corruption ni webo. In fact, under normal circumstances, this Taluchi Lufia should not even be sitting as minister because he's being investigated by the anti-corruption. But because we have degenerated into a country of no morals, the boy is even sitting on the young man is even sitting on the panel giving us updates on COVID-19. This shows how unserious we are as a country. Tell us, what capacity do we have as Zambia to fight COVID-19 if you have got 3 testers? If you have 3 testers in Lusaka, can you test somebody who comes through Chirundu border? Can you test somebody who comes through Kasumbalesa border? Can you test somebody who is in Maninga? What a government. I'm extremely upset, and I want to tell President Edgar Lungu, with immediate effect, start buying ventilators and send to all hospitals in Zambia, because we are in trouble. And these figures you are giving us of the confirmed cases are not true, because that Chinese who was being quarantined there, you didn't even know about it. So what figures are you giving us? Where are you getting these statistics? Be serious. Tell us, what capacity do we have to test people? How many people have you tested from the time this pandemic started to date? How many Chinese are in Zambia who are infected and being quarantined by fellow Chinese and being looked after by Zambians who are not medical personnel? Mwilangala nokuteke chalo. Ngatamwaba ready nokuteke chalo. The best you can do is leave the leadership. We are sick and tired of this laissez-faire. We are a poor nation, like I've said. You want to kill the poor people because you'll be thrown out of the country. You'll be given extra care. But how about the people in Patamato? How about the people in Ron? How about the people in Kamfinsa? How about the people in Mandevu? You watch Taluchilufia? Behave. And President Edgar Lungu starts behaving the way other presidents are behaving across the world, where presidents have taken it upon themselves to give updates and address the nation over these issues. And to you, my fellow Zambians, this disease is very serious. Please make sure you have soap to wash your hands. Avoid overcrowding, even at funerals, even in churches. And bamayoba sumairi kwena indala mashilo naola abantu na makanga yaya kumutwe na bantu abatuntulu balale kokubo butuntulu. Bamayoba sumairi, you were a very good pastor when you were in the church. How can you say we've increased hours of worship from 1 hour to 3 hours? To you pastors, reverends, and everybody, this disease is a killer. Avoid people coming to church. 10, 15 people in a church, that's acceptable. But what we saw over the weekend, churches were crowded. And then you increase from 1 hour of worship, you have negotiated to 3 hours. You are not serious. Second, they will only run. We know there's an economical benefit to it, but life is precious. Life is precious. What's wrong with opening the bar at 16 hours and close at 18 hours? Waingila mu community, waingila mu bantu, mukapapa nikolo epiteni nembwa. Lusambu no ushali mwakabamo. Katende mpelo olubilo, uli na munina shali. Uli na matwi, onfwe. But President uko muli konse, come out of that comfort zone. Address the people of Zambia. You are being unreasonable. People voted for you.